Welcome back to the Barnburner podcast. Week 5 is over, and now we're heading to week 6. But let's talk about week 5 here. But before we get into that, let me introduce my guest here. Of course, you know him as new season, new-ish. It's Steven. Steven, how you doing today?
Doing pretty well.
Fantastic. And then my second guest, he is known as Cobra Kyler, is Tyren. Tyren, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Dude, I am wearing my ref outfit. I feel like I should be an official for the NFL. What do you think?
I mean, with all the missed calls and stupidity that goes on, yeah, you'd be better.
I don't think you could do worse.
I appreciate that. And of course, my last guest, he is known as Take Me to a Title. It's Misbah. Misbah, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, man. How about you?
I'm doing great, but let's get into the Saints, the Chiefs game. Was it Sunday night, right? Tyren, Monday night. Yes. But yeah, Tyren, what went wrong?
Everything.
Yep.
Literally everything. I don't know. I can't get over that interception Derek Carr threw.
Yeah.
He threw it up there, and I was like, "Is that out of bounds? Is that?" And Brian Cook caught it, and I couldn't believe it. As soon as he threw that pick, I knew the game was over.
Yeah, it's we're not. Again, you always talk about Derek Carr being a great quarterback, and sometimes he has his off days. Oh, sorry, I said that.
I'd say average quarterback who can play above average.
Yeah.
I mean, he has his off days mostly, but this is one of them, and he got hurt.
Yeah, that's the big one. I think they're going to start Spencer Rattler now, so who knows how that goes.
I don't know how I feel about that either.
But I would say this, man. Your backup quarterback, he looks really good in that small minute of playing time he had.
Oh, Jake Haener.
Haener, yeah. I think he's your quarterback, not Derek Carr.
Well, the fact that we're paying Derek Carr $160 million for what? I don't know. I would not say he's my quarterback or our quarterback, but I guess we'll have to see. I don't know who we're starting. I think that's an issue in and of itself. Because we play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which that's a terrible matchup for a young quarterback to play against.
Yeah, Bucs are really good.
Yeah. So, and our O-line is also injured. So, yeah, this should be good. But everything went wrong. We couldn't stop Kareem Hunt.
No,
we couldn't stop Juju Smith-Schuster. Like the people who you thought would have gone off didn't.
Yeah.
The people who were washed who went off, and I didn't get it. We couldn't stop Travis Kelce in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All of them were open. Where's your defense?
We were playing zone defense for some reason. We're a man-to-man defense most of the time. And I guess people forgot that you can't stay with someone when you play zone, and that left us with open, busted coverages, and it was a mess.
Yeah,
all around a mess. Offense, defense, special teams. Jamal Williams didn't know if he should take it out the end zone or stay like that. It was a mess.
And of course, it was at Chiefs' home, and it's of course a huge, tough crowd to face under.
That's true.
Also, Kareem Hunt was playing like how he was playing back. He was debuting for the Chiefs. That kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, he looked younger. He looked fast. He looked agile, elusive. Like I don't know what I was watching. Juju looked like he was still on the Steelers.
Yeah,
Kareem Hunt looked like how he looked his rookie year. Yeah, I have no words.
I'm so sorry, man. 26-13. But on the brighter side, I guess, Misbah, your Dolphins beat the Patriots 50-10. Do you believe in Tyler Huntley?
Absolutely not. I mean, that was one of the worst games I've seen in my life. It was so hard to watch for like three quarters. And then finally we had the run game going for like a little bit. But no, I mean, that's probably the two worst teams in terms of offense. So not really.
Same division too.
There's points in the game where Tyler Huntley seems to find Tyreek open in the middle, but he always just retracts for some reason. I don't know. But I mean, they're open. It's not like they're not. But I don't think he's adjusted to the system yet. But at least we got the run game going, so that's really the only reason we won. And then some good defense as well. But yeah, I don't know. Tua's, because we're on bye week now, so I think Tua's eligible to come back after if he's cleared by like protocol and by the health officials. So that's still undetermined. I mean, if he comes back, that'll probably be definitely a good boost. But that's kind of the big storyline right now to see what's going to happen with him. Is he still going to continue? Is he going to stay out the season? Is he going to retire? That we still need to see. I noticed there are some quarterbacks though that are still out there to pick up. Like for example, Russell Wilson. People are saying that he might not get the start in Pittsburgh if Justin Fields. He's hit it up and downs, but so far he's playing decent enough to get them to somewhat of a decent record. So he's out there. Jimmy Garoppolo's out there. The LA hasn't went to. He's been on the bench obviously because of Stafford, but those are options I would say right now. I probably might pick them over Huntley if he doesn't do very well the next couple of games. Odell Beckham did make his debut, so that's cool. They didn't really do anything, but obviously I saw a quarterback. You can't really do anything.
Yeah, I saw that he was active, and I'm like, oh, he's back. He didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't think. Obviously he's going to take some time to develop in the system, but obviously same time with Tyler Huntley's also developing. Probably didn't really get many reps with him at all, if any. So it'll take time. Hopefully he can adjust. But yeah, the quarterback situation. I guess we'll find out more during the bye week about Tua and his status moving forward.
Yeah, if Tua's back, you'll have Tua, Tyreek Hill, Odell, Waddle, and Achane. Dude, that's a Super Bowl team right there. At least for me.
Yeah. You just need to be consistent. Just have consistent quarterback play. That's important. Haven't had that in a long time.
True. All right, you guys won. Steven, your team played very well. I'll say with a tough Bills matchup. What was your thoughts on this one, man?
Well, they played very well the first half. I would say up until Nico got hurt. Yeah. That's when things kind of stopped. And I was shocked how we were playing fine. I was shocked at how bad the Bills were playing.
Yeah, they're not performing like last week, at least.
It's like, I don't know. I didn't really get to watch the whole game. I was working, but every time I looked up, I'm like, really? This lead's going to whittle down. And then I looked up, and yeah, it did. We were 20-20, I believe, and I was like, we're choking the game away. And then we gave the ball back to the Buffalo. I was like, oh, God, here we go. And then they fumbled it. They blew it at the end. And I was like, really? And I was like, oh, no, we're going to blow it at the end. And then they kicked the 59-yarder. I was like, oh, we're not going to make the kick. And then they made the kick. It was a roller coaster of emotions, but I didn't feel good.
Well, you still got the win, right? That's all.
Yeah, winning against the top tier opponent in the AFC is great, but there's a lot to clean up.
I agree, I guess. The Jets.
Now the elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room is like probably the ugliest thing I have ever been in. Like I feel like I don't feel like to be a Jets fan, to be honest. Yeah. Let's just go back to this game here. Sunday morning, London, Vikings against the Jets. Nothing was happening in the beginning for the Jets. We were losing I think it was 17-0 after half, and then Aaron Rodgers started to pick it up again. He got tangled up. I don't know if you guys saw that. He got tangled up. He was crawling if you play Fortnite. He was trying to get some res. But he came back the next play. He did well-ish. They were getting that groove in, giving to Lazard, giving to Garrett Wilson. 11 receptions by Garrett Wilson, 13 receptions. A lot is going on here. And then the big, of course, as always Jets do, Aaron Rodgers throws in the air. and it got intercepted, and we lost the game. 23-17. Do you want to say this? Sam Darnold, 5-0 Vikings team. Great. I'm so happy for him. I hope he goes to the championship. But for the Jets, a few days later, or actually today, right? It was this morning. Goddamn.
Mhm.
Woody Johnson, no one else. He fired Robert Saleh for a 2-3 record, and he wants a better outlook for the Jets, even though we were still fined. Everyone in the Jets locker room were stunned. I don't believe they agree with Woody Johnson at all. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, first thing I heard was that Robert Saleh was blindsided, and apparently he was escorted out before he could even like talk to his players, which I think is pretty messed up for him not to be able to do that. Another story, so I've heard conflicting reports, but I've heard also stories saying that Aaron Rodgers also was blindsided. I heard others saying that he was part of it. So that part I'm still unclear on. But it came out of kind of nowhere, to be honest. Like, we were hearing things about possible dysfunction with Rodgers and Saleh, but in terms of him getting fired, that really came out of nowhere.
Dude, like, I forgot who got fired last year mid-season. I forgot which head coach, but that's wrong, and this is wrong. I mean, let the guy finish the season. Maybe Woody doesn't like Robert Saleh. I don't know what it is. But let the guy finish the season. Don't fire him mid-season. You're letting all the players confused on who to talk to. You know, it's a mess. But yeah, that's just me.
It can't be. Last example was the Raiders.
Yeah, it was Jay Gruden
fired their coach, and then they ended up going to the playoffs anyway because that change was a big deal. But then they hired a terrible coach. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. The Jets are. I'll be honest. I wouldn't take the Jets job from anybody. Not right now.
No way, man.
After what happened today, there is no trust from the owners, the people in charge. There's no trust, so I wouldn't take the job.
Yeah, I feel bad. Not feel bad, but what's his name? The defensive now interim head coach, Jeff Hooper, or something to you.
I didn't even bother to know his name.
Yeah, him. So he's now taking over. If you see me not supporting the Jets this season, this is the reason. This is literally the reason. I would say Woody should resign. It's not fair for Robert Saleh at all. It is not. He is the fall guy into this.
He'll resign when he's dead.
Honestly. Because you should fire if you're letting go of Robert Saleh, let go Hackett. But Hackett has the connection with Rodgers, so Saleh is the fall guy here, and that's wrong.
Bill Belichick has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever.
I swear,
that would be all these years. Front cover news. Bro, what would you say if you saw Belichick applying for the job?
I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna fall to the ground. I'm gonna think about it, and I still won't give you an answer because I'm still stunned.
Yeah, they're gonna hire
Deion Sanders.
I just wanted to see.
Good luck with that.
Jeez. But yeah, I hope
Belichick is out there. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope Robert Saleh finds a new job somewhere in the NFL. But he's still a good defensive coach. He's still what he did in 49ers.
Yeah, probably like a coordinator or something for now.
Something. It's just not fair for Robert. But yeah, that's it for the Jets. Because you guys, I'm a big Jets fan. You guys know that, right? Everyone should know that.
You know what's crazy? Woody didn't fire Adam Gase mid-season, but he fired Robert Saleh. That's the part that does not make sense at all.
Yeah, does that make sense?
There's also rumors of it being like outside of just the game too, with the Lebron flag. So I don't know how much that played into it.
Because Gase was white.
Yeah, I feel like that might be an also big factor, but as again, it's coincidental and big assumption. But I do still believe that is also another factor.
Yeah, could be.
But yeah, I hope. Should I root for the Jets this season? I don't know. I'm just gonna watch them and
join the dark side. Go to the Cowboys.
Ew.
No. I support my local teams. I do watch the Cowboys. If they go to the playoffs, I'll support them, of course.
Insanity.
Oh, insanity! You're talking about the Knicks?
Yeah, what is that?
You know what? I'm gonna focus on my Knicks, not the Jets this season. I think that's that's fair.
Understandable.
All right. Let's move on here. Sunday Night Football. Kirk Cousins knows how to play under 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Thursday Night Football. Oh yeah.
You want that from a quarterback?
It's going off. That was a really good game. Good quarterback play. I think he broke the Falcons passing record in terms of yards.
Yep,
absolutely. Sorry, did I say Sunday night? I meant Thursday night. Sorry, Thursday night. Yeah, because Sunday night was the longest delay of forever.
Yeah, I fell asleep in the third quarter. Surprisingly enough, everything happened in the fourth quarter too.
Yeah, that is my question. Thoughts on Dak Prescott? Is he, getting his groove on now?
Getting his groove.
I would say that was a clutch ending, but there was some mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the picks he threw were just unnecessary.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I would say on and off. I mean, it was some bad play, but at the end, he did have a good touchdown to win the game. So, still have to see more out of Dak, I think, though, moving forward.
Yeah. We'll see this Cowboys offense. Zeke, by the way, Zeke should not play. Where is he?
No.
He should not play at all. What's the running back? Dawdle,
yeah.
He's great.
I would love to see them activate Dalvin Cook. Just to see what he has in the tank.
I forgot he was on the team.
Yeah.
I think he has a little bit.
Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah, Deuce Vaughn.
That'd be good.
Let's talk about the biggest game of the week: Ravens and Bengals, a Barnburner match. If you have any fantasy players in that game,
I do.
You would have won the league. Oh, wait, you would have won this week.
I did.
Oh boy.
What about you, Misbah? Did you win?
I did not. First loss of the season.
Damn. Oh, yeah, right. You are 4-1.
Yeah, first loss. It's tough. I mean, my biggest weapon was on bias, Saquon. That kind of hurt me. But I didn't have any of the Ravens or Bengals players either. Gotcha. But that was a crazy game.
It was to me.
Yeah, it was. What did you have for this one?
I don't. Steven has someone. I forgot who I had.
I had 3 players out, but I found a way.
Interesting.
Luckily, I found a way.
Tyren, did you win this week because of this matchup?
In Dynasty, yes. Not in our league.
ESPN. Gotcha.
Yeah, the other league I lost by less than a point.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Steven. So yes, should we bring that up? Actually,
I don't care.
I feel so bad. I have to address it. I'm so sorry.
I don't. No, because whenever it's that close, I'm the loser every time.
So what we were talking about is Steven's matchup in my family league. Steven faced one of the guys, and let me tell you the points. So, 1 second, guys. 1 second.
If it makes you feel better, I lost in week 2. I lost about 0.01.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, I'm still hurt over it.
I've been on the losing end of that too.
Steven, Steven, your points were 156, 0.6, and your opponent had 157.
Yeah. Literally, I lost because of Nico.
Yeah.
If he played the second half, just one catch, I win.
It's funny because I lost my game in week 2 because of the hip drop tackle on Joe Mixon.
They should ban that.
Yeah.
They still haven't called it. They have not called one of them this year.
Not at all. All right.
And that's
I do have a question for you guys. Yes. I do have a question for you guys. Who should be benched? Let me bring my challenge flag. Who should be benched? Deshaun Watson, who lost to Commanders 13-34.
Yes. Whatever the other answer is, yes.
Yes.
or Justin Fields or Aaron Rodgers.
It should be no doubt
Deshaun.
After those three,
has been absolutely horrible.
The other two have multiple wins.
Yeah.
Deshaun is nothing.
Oh my gosh.
It is time for Jameis Winston to take the field. It is time.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of, Drake May is getting his first start against the Texans. Actually,
they played better and scored when Jameis was on the field. So yeah.
And Jameis was with the backup O lineman.
Yep.
James and Winston will eat his W's in the Browns.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, that was my question, but I have some news for you guys. Of course, the NBA season or preseason just started, and LeBron James and Bronny James makes history. They are the first father and son duo to play the NBA preseason / NBA history.
Cool.
He's not ready.
He's not.
I don't understand why he was drafted still, but I mean it's a good story.
It's a touching story.
It is a good story.
Yeah.
What if you're Bronny James?
When your dad retires, you're a fizzle.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
Damn. All right. Well, shout out to hopefully Bronny James becomes better than LeBron James. That's my prediction. Give him 20 years. He's gonna be one of the GOATs. Better than Michael Jordan. I'm saying it right now.
20 years, and he'll be running the next Wendy's or something.
No, I think Bryce got it. Let's see how Bryce does.
They could be co-workers.
No, I think Bryce
is actually good.
Yeah, I think he'll make. Yeah, he'll do something in the league.
Los Angeles James. It is. But my next news is, our NFL insider senior retired. Adrian, how do you say his last name? Is Woj, right?
Yeah,
sorry, excuse me, NBA. Woj.
Wojnarowski.
Yeah, the GOAT.
He retired, I believe, last week. Now Shams joins ESPN as the senior NBA insider. Are you guys happy for him?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess. He was the obvious choice, I would say.
That's a tough job though. So
it is.
More power to him.
I think Shams he told someone that his screen time on his phone is 36 hours or 24 hours.
Yeah, during free agency, right?
Yeah.
During free agency,
So that guy knows how to work. So shout out to him. And when will this guy put a ring on Kay Adams? We will never know. We will never know.
We never will.
Woo.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go into the injuries here. Josh Allen has a rolled ankle.
Awesome.
Aaron Jones has a hip injury, and Jake Moody, the kicker, has an ankle injury. And there's other ones out there, and I don't have that information. So sorry. All right. Yeah. Now is the last segment. It is fantasy starts of week 6. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. For quarterback's position, do you guys start Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams versus the Jaguars, or New York Giants, Daniel Jones against the Bengals?
Going Caleb Williams. He looked really well last game.
Caleb is getting better every week, so Caleb Williams.
DJ Moore was going off too, so it looks like they're making building chemistry. Although Daniel Jones actually surprisingly played really well last week too, but I'll still go Caleb Williams.
Okay. For running back position, you guys start Las Vegas Raiders Zamir White versus Steelers, or Jacksonville Jaguars Tank Bigsby versus the Bears.
Oh gosh,
Oof.
those are two.
You just had to pick the two worst backs against the two best defenses.
Sometimes people have those. They have the bad players, so they need to know who to start.
I'm gonna go with Bigsby. He looked
I'd go
decent
with-
last game.
I'm going with Bixby's coming off a
Bixby.
decent game.
Yeah, come on, decent game.
All right, Tank Bigsby.
But it's not going to be much.
Maybe 4 points. Wide receiver slot. Do you guys start Indiana Colts, Josh Downs versus the Titans, or Atlanta Falcons, Ray McLeod versus the Panthers?
Ew.
Downs put in some work for me this week, so I have a little bias.
Okay.
Panthers' defense is abysmal though, so maybe Rick McLeod.
Well, it actually depends. If Anthony Richardson comes back, I'm not playing any Colts receivers.
Yeah.
That is true. Oh, what about Alec Purse? No. Alec Purse is really good with Joe Flacco at the moment.
Joe Flacco was playing really well last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
They lost. He's been balling. Every time he comes on, that guy always goes off.
He didn't do that in the Jets. I put him in head office there.
Flacco.
You know what? It's not even Flacco's fault.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, Josh Downs it is. Titans slot. You guys start New York Jets, Tyler Conklin versus the Bills, or Seattle Seahawks, Noah Fant versus the 49ers.
We should ban the tight end position because
Tyler Conklin all the way.
All right.
You know what?
Kyle Pitts and Mark Andrews, and they've been giving me like 2 points a game.
I'd go with Fant.
But yeah, Fant is the answer. I think I'll go with Fant.
The Cardinals tight end just torched the 49ers this week, and not saying Fant will do that, but hey, 49ers look sus right now.
I agree.
Yeah, they do.
I agree. Now for defensive selection, you guys start Houston D versus the Pats, or Commanders D versus the Ravens.
Houston.
Against the Patriots. Yeah. Drake May starting.
Oh yeah, May's starting. So
yeah,
let's kill the young guy.
His confidence, I'll say. Kill his confidence.
Yeah, sure.
For kicker, I don't have option here. So, which kicker you guys will start this week?
Wow.
Sorry,
you did the last week.
Oh. Gotta go Aubrey. Aubrey every time.
Oh yeah,
automatic.
Aubrey is guaranteed points.
Guaranteed. Koo is pretty good too right now.
Yes,
Koo is guaranteed.
What about the backup for Jake Moody, whoever his name is?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
We don't even know who that is.
I don't know who.
Whoever it is.
I have no idea.
All right, so those are the fantasy weeks of week 6. We are pretty much almost halfway of fantasy the season. So I wish everyone good luck, at least this week, because this is where the bye weeks are rolling in from last week, going in. So good luck, guys.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
I'll tell you this.
We have bye weeks until Thanksgiving, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. I'll say this. I am 0-4 in one league.
God.
No, sorry. 2 leagues.
Why are you 0-4? It should be 5, right?
5 weeks. Yeah. 5 bye weeks, at least.
We're on week 5.
Yeah.
Going into week 6.
Yeah, we're on week 6.
So you should are you 0-5 or 1-4?
I should be 0-5 now.
Oh God.
Hey, remember, I started that year 0-8 and I still made the playoffs.
0-8?
How?
Wait, how?
Good generational run?
Super terrible year for everybody.
Generational. Apparently.
That's what you want. You want others to do worse than you. So
And if it makes you feel better, I made the championship.
Did you
didn't win, but
that's
no.
good enough for 0-8.
You had a Cinderella run.
For real.
That.
Unlike Cinderella, she died at the dance. Anyway.
Well, that got kind of dark.
Shout out to if anybody watched the. Is there a Cinderella movie coming out? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking something else. But Steven, man, where can they find you?
You can find me on X at ChefsVin or anywhere else. ChefsVin, LOL.
Nice. And what about you, Tyren? How about you, man?
Y'all can find me at the Tyren on Instagram.
And Misbah, what about you?
Yeah, you can find me on IG at Misbah G6.
And of course, you can follow this podcast on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I'm on YouTube Music. I'm on Instagram, Bamboo Wonder Podcast. I'm also on Twitter. I never said this yet. I'm on Twitter at B. How to say this? Actually, careful here. It's B Wonders Podcast. And yes, follow me there. And that's it, guys.
You don't want to be BBW.
No, don't say. You said it. I was being careful there.
Nothing wrong with that.
You said it. All right, that's fine. We are back with our Week 6 pick'ems. Of course, I'm also always here with Wally. Wally, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. My camera is on this time around, so you can see my beautiful face in the Garden State. So, welcome.
Fantastic. You are Mr. Garden State. So, but let's get into our matchups here, man. Week 6, Thursday Night Football, which is about to happen soon. Who do you got here, man? 49ers or the Seahawks?
This is a tough one. Both teams coming off very disheartening losses last second with their respective opponents last week. Niners aren't too healthy. Seahawks a little bit banged up too. Seahawks home game. I like the Seahawks at home. Geno Smith, Mr. Walker. Walker, can you help me here? He's going to go off. He had a down game last week against the Giants. I don't expect that to continue back at home. I like the Seahawks here. They just have a different swagger to them this year. 49ers are kind of banged up. Give me the Hawks at home.
Okay. That's a good pick, but my pick is the 49ers. Here's why. Because Jason Mason will run at least 100 yards in this game. I have a feeling. I have an itch in this feeling. And
Who's Jason Mason?
Jeff Mason, the running back. What was his name?
You sound racist right now.
What? Well, I have him in my fantasy team. Hold on.
Jordan
Mason.
Baby.
Thank you.
Jordan, baby.
So he will make at least 100 yards in this rushing yards in this game. And of course, you can mess with Brock Purdy and his offense. They're going in hot. I'm going 49ers.
Next matchup we got is the Commanders versus the Ravens. I think this is the most anticipated matchup in some time. Jaden Daniels looks like he's a true superstar. Lamar has been killing it in back-to-back weeks. Bro, who do you have in this matchup?
I did predict that the Ravens should win the whole thing, the Super Bowl. But when it comes to week matches, they should not win all the time. I'm feeling very hot with Jalen Daniels and his Commanders team. They got it going on. You got freaking Terry McLaurin going crazy. You got Brian Robertson. You got all these guys, man. They will take over this team. They'll take the Ravens to the ground. I'm going Commanders. What about you?
I like that pick, and Mr. Daniels is the real deal. He's letting his team to an unconditional precedent of not getting the punter onto the field, which is crazy. But talk to me about Mr. MVP number 3 in the making, Mr. Lamar Jackson. Do you see his crazy move against the Bengals where he stiff-armed the defender, tossed it across his body and into the end zone?
I saw that.
This man is a magician, and I see him continuing this week with Henry in the backfield. He seems to be like he's finding his groove. Give me the Ravens at home, although I do anticipate it's going to be a high-scoring matchup for sure.
I like that. Well, the next matchup is maybe he's a little boring, but I don't know. It's the Buccaneers versus the Saints. Who do you got here?
First, I just want to say shout out to all the folks in Tampa. They've been going through a hurricane.
Right.
That's very, very devastating. So
Melton,
hopefully everybody's safe. Yes, hopefully everybody is safe out there.
Yes.
With that in mind, Derek Carr is out. He has an oblique injury. He's out back-to-back weeks. The look-alike Patrick Mahomes is supposed to be out there. People were joking that maybe he had a black mom and a white dad. But Spencer Rattler is going to be taking over the helm for the Saints. Don't know anything about him. I know he was a little impressive in college, but I don't think that translates too well against the Bucs and their defense. Give me Baker. It's time to bake, baby. It's time to bake.
Ooh, on the contrary, I'm feeling Spencer, man. The Saints. I saw a little of his highlights last week when he played against whoever it was. He was throwing bombs. He was throwing shots at. He was throwing shots. He was throwing shots to his wide receivers, and I was feeling, man, this guy got an arm. So I feel like this is gonna be a debut for Spencer here. I'm picking the Saints.
Hot take. I think we've been splitting all of our matchups right now. It's crazy.
Which is crazy. I was not expecting this. What about this next matchup here? Go ahead.
Talk to me. We got the Lions and the Cowboys. A rematch of that epic game where I forgot what it was. I think Dan Cave was trying to call timeout towards the end of the game, didn't get the penalty or something like that. Crazy ending. Nonetheless, both teams look to be on fire, trending in the right direction. Cowboys with that stunner win against Steelers at Monday at 12 a.m., while the Lions coming off that impressive victory a week before against Seattle at home. I am picking the Lions. I just think their offense is spectacular. Ben Johnson is doing an incredible job getting both Gibbs and Montgomery involved. Yeah. And all these weapons on the outside have been just, you don't know who's going to pop off, but they have so many weapons to kind of do so. I think it'll be too much for the Cowboys. I think Deron Bland is coming back this week, but he's going to have his hands full with this wide receiver trio in the Lions. Give me the Lions on the road here.
Okay, I'm not trying to be funny here because we don't share our picks for the recording. I'm picking the Cowboys here. They're going off a big momentum win last week, and then that delayed game. People were we're still watching the game around 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 6 a.m. I mean, calm down. If the game is delayed, just do the next day. But Cowboys are feeling it. They beat the Steelers. I'm going with the Cowboys here.
Whew. Hot take. I like the momentum building. Now, speaking of bombs, we got the Bills and the Jets. Crazy week it's been for both teams. Bills ending up losing that game against the Texans within, I don't know what Sean McDermott was thinking. He was trying to just take the ship down, bring all the buildings down. Like, why are you going for your own 5-yard line with 20 seconds left? No reason for that.
Yeah.
Then you have the dysfunctional Jets who've owner got involved, fired his head coach out of the blue. No one had any insight into that was happening. And now all these reports coming out with Rodgers, Nathaniel Hackett, who got demoted today.
Yeah, you did.
It's just abysmal. Having said that, I always see there has to be a trend in the NFL where anytime a coach gets fired, the next game, the interim coach has this motivational speech, has this motivational talk track to get their team riled up and support the guy who got fired. So, seen it happen before. I've seen those teams pull out victory there, and I think it's going to continue here. I'm picking the Jets at home. Their throwback uniforms. They finally get it done. They've been close in the past 2 games. Even though they had a sluggish start, I expect them to coming out firing. And I am picking the Jets to take over the Bills.
I don't know what the hell is going on, man. I can tell you right now, all of our picks are different. I'm picking the Bills here. Again, you mentioned the Jets being horrible. In the last segment here, I said I was feeling disgusted to be a Jets fan with the whole situation. Other than that, I do. Again, I'm always a Jets fan. I can always criticize the Jets organization, but I feel like it's too late to whatever. I'm picking the Bills with Josh Allen. Yeah.
I mean, they're coming to New York City to do some damage to the Empire State, so I think that's where your head's at right now. I guess.
Sure, but those were our week 6 picks. But what was last week's results? I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, I finally won this week. Last week,
Good.
3-2. While you ended up 1-4.
Oh God.
Overall record is tight. 10-15 for me and 11-14 for you. So you still got that slight nudge on your side. But after this week, it seems like it's gonna be very different results. A big lead from both sides.
Oh God. Well, let's let the best man win, man. I hope for you the best because I think it's the first time we have different picks for 1 week here.
We split them down the middle. Guess we're on different sides of the fence here.
Yeah. But all right, Wally, where can they find you, man?
Oh, they can find me in the Garden State, baby. The Garden State.
Fantastic. And of course, you can follow this podcast on Spotify, Apple, YouTube Music. I'm also on TikTok, Barnburner Podcast. I also post clips there. And you can also follow me on Facebook. I don't really mention on Facebook. Just follow me there. It's also the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Just follow me there. And other than that, let's have a good week 6, not problematic week in the NFL. Don't forget to like, comment, and follow.